Today we're going to be taking a look at the Demco Recon fifth wheel trailer hitch. This is for above bed rails and offers a 21,000 pound capacity. Part number is DM8550043. Now the Recon fifth wheel from Demco is designed to make your hauling a lot easier and also a lot quieter. Basically, we have a lightweight design. That's something I like about this one as compared to a lot of the other fifth wheels you're going to see out there on the market. We've got a pin here we can remove, and we can take this out of the truck in two pieces. So really only going to need one guy. And a lot of the other traditional style fifth wheels, it's usually a two-man job to get everything in place. Now when it comes to weight capacities, the hitch offers a vertical load limit of 5,250 pounds. So that's going to be the maximum weight we can have pressing downward on our head. And our gross trailer weight rating, which is going to be the weight of our trailer and anything we might load up in it, that's going to be 21,000 pounds. Of course, you do want to keep in mind you don't want to exceed the capacity of your vehicle. So whatever your truck's rated for, or whatever the hitch is rated for, whichever one's lower, that's the ones you want to use. To make it quieter, they use polyurethane bushings. We've got one on the head here, so we don't have to deal with that noise as we're going down the road, and also on that side-to-side pivot. So again, a really nice quiet operating system. You'll see that in the reviews. Also, to add to that ease of use, not only is it easy to get it in and out of the truck, but it's easy to connect to your camper. It's going to pivot left and right and forward and back. So if your camper's on a little bit of an angle, with traditional style fifth wheels, it was kind of hard to get those connected. You had to get everything level just so it'd slide in just right. This head's going to pivot a little bit. It's going to give you a little bit of leeway there, so as you're making your connection, it's straight and easy. Now when the time comes you need to attach your camper to the fifth wheel, you're going to pull your pin here and then pull all the way out on this arm. You see that's going to lock in that position. Just going to use a Mach King pin here. You can see as that comes up and slides in, that's automatically going to go back into place. And at that point we just have to slide our pin back in here. And after we get the rest of our connections made, we're going to be ready to travel. Now adding to that ride quality, the jaws really help out. Of course that's going to secure the camper to the vehicle, but you notice as we try to move this, there's not a lot of play there. It gives you a very nice tight fit. That's going to prevent a lot of that noise and a lot of that motion that you feel being transferred into your truck while driving. All in all, it's a really nice solid system. We pull this out of here, you can take a look at those dual jaws. They get 360 degrees of contact, so they make contact all the way around the kingpin rather than the old bar type or something that would slide in behind it or maybe just make contact on half of it. Those tend to wear out a lot quicker than setups such as this. Now when it's time to unhook from your camper, you're going to want to remove the pin again. And then to separate it, we want to pull it back out in that fully unlocked position. As our camper comes out, you can see those jaws are going to close back up behind it. Here we can see that 360 degrees of contact. Now that's 3/4 of an inch wide, which is going to be great. It's going to get in there, really get good hold of that. Of course, with our pin in position over here, we've got that locked, so we don't have to worry about any kind of disconnection. You'll also notice that the finish on the Recon is different than what we see out of a lot of fifth wheels. It has more of a hammered or a textured finish. That's going to hide scratches a whole lot better than the standard glossy powder coat finish that we see. And it should stand up for a good long time. We're not going to have to worry about rust and corrosion. You also see the nice unique base. It's more of an angled bracket than what we see. Plenty of gussets in here to give it all the support it needs, but it just gives it a nice unique look. It takes up a little bit smaller spacing or a little bit less room than what we see out of some of the other fifth wheels. Of course, just like all fifth wheels, we're going to secure that to our base rails using the provided pins and clips. Now we do have locks available if you want to exchange those out for a set of locks to keep it locked in. Those are readily available on our website. We're also going to have an indicator here letting us know which way to get this installed, so we want this facing the cab as we do our installation. Now overall, in my opinion, the fit and finish is really nice. All of your welds have been cleaned up really well. They seem to have, good penetration. It looks like they did a really good job making sure everything was nice and neat, so it's going to look good. Now like all fifth wheels out there on the market, our head height is adjustable. We can have this from the top of our bed at 15.5 17 1/4 or at 18 inches. So it's going to allow you a good amount of adjustment room. Having that adjustability is going to be a big benefit to you. Not only can you help to ensure that your camper is riding nice and level, but as the sides of trucks get higher and higher, the bed rails on them get higher and higher, we need some additional clearance to make sure our camper doesn't make contact with those. Now, one thing to keep in mind, this is compatible with just about any base rail style kit, just like this. So your B&W, Demco, Kurt, Draw Tight, Husky, Reese, Valley, Hidden Hitch, this is going to be a direct fit for. The thing you want to avoid would be a fifth wheel adapter plate. So basically you'd have a gooseneck in your truck. You've got an adapter that'll fit down in there, and then you attach your fifth wheel. We're not allowed to use those. Now, with that being said, this will work with any of the pivoting style pin boxes. So like your Reese Sidewinder, your Reese 5th Airborne, as long as you're using a wedge here, works without any issue. Now, as we said, the Recon gets really good reviews from customers. It's kind of like Jess A said, it installed quickly in my pickup and I hooked it up to the fifth wheel and moved it forward and back. Seems to work well. It takes all the slop out of the hitch. The hitch seems to be well constructed and the double latch is what I was looking for. After a year, he said, I love the hitch. It is positive locking and there is no movement when it's latched around the pin. And that's going to complete our look at the Demco Recon fifth wheel trailer hitch, part number DM8550043.